Thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. The numbers for Bell on the ground of the game last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Bell so light on his feet. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 58 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And his first look is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. They'll find the rookie, Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Running with Howard. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Now let's go.
Now it's Trubisky. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. He hits White, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Kevin White, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Over the middle here to Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
He completes it to Bryant. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st.
And Martavis Bryant back in the fold, which delights not just himself, but, of course, his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. This guy, he can do it all, Brandon, able to go across the middle and stave off contact and make catches.
Sat out last year, as you're alluding to. Year before, though, 50 catches, 765 yards, and 6 touchdowns.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. 10 more there and another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They go play action here on first down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Throwing here, Trubisky. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bud Dupree coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Call it a gain of 5. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. Oh, some strong running. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Martavis Bryant, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long, escaping the pressure right. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The gun, Trubisky. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. On the right side, this is Miller. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Here we go now.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keith Tandy. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Javon Hargrave coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to... And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Trubisky now down around his goal line. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know all week long he vowed to take that number down.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Stephon Tuitt. He's the one to get in this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic. And Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy. Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Miller on the catch over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back? This pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Bud Dupree in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3. Second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Matt Ryan with 1 touchdown pass thus far. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, Trubisky. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Room to run inside the 40. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Trubisky will throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now, and the Lions emerging victorious. Golden Tate, a terrific game for him, over 100 yards receiving, including a touchdown. His throw caught. What about the 5? And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Scouting points are earned every week. Make sure you use all of your points. A portion of your remaining points will be lost when you advance the week. You have too many players on your team. Choose which players you want to cut.